Okay, Ye, where exactly are we going with this? How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Kanye West having dinner with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago out there in Florida. Now, it was not just Trump and Kanye. There were also a few other guys and girls there who were very controversial, meaning Nick Fuentes, Milo Yiannopoulos, and Karen Giorno. I'll talk more about them specifically a little bit later, but first, let's get into some background and some context as to why the dinner happened. Now, we all know Trump is running for president in 2024, as is Kanye. Now, I don't really know why they got to have dinner together when they're both trying to be the president. I don't really understand. Are they trying to join forces? Are they trying to work out a joint campaign operation? I have no idea, but that's the background. That's the context. And let's get into a video that Kanye put out on his Twitter. If you want to see this in full without my commentary, the link, as always, will be in the description. But I'm going to play this and stop it at certain points to give my 2 cents. So let's go ahead and roll it.
I think the thing that Trump was most perturbed about, me asking him to be my vice president, I think that was like lower on the list of things that caught him off guard.
Now let's pause right here. I'm gonna pause quite a bit, so please pardon me. But I heard that when Kanye asked Trump to be his vice president in 2024, he got screamed on. Like, Trump literally yelled at him and became very angry. And of course, you would expect that from Trump because he doesn't want to be anything other than the guy, and he's running for president. So why would you have me at this dinner talking about be my vice president? It doesn't make any sense. So I will understand the anger.
It was the fact that I walked in with intelligence. So Trump is really impressed with Nick Fuentes. And Nick Fuentes, unlike so many of the lawyers and so many people that he was left with on his 2020 campaign, he's actually a loyalist. When he didn't know what the lawyers is, you'll still have your lawyer list.
Now, I don't understand that because, okay, if Nick Fuentes is a Trump loyalist, then why did Ye come in the meeting with Nick Fuentes on his side? If you're trying to be the president in 2024, and so is Trump, and you bring in the Trump loyalists on your side, I don't understand how that benefits you at all. I don't really get that part, but let's keep on going.
And when all the lawyers said, forget it, Trump's done, there were loyalists running up in the White House, right? And my question would be, why, when you had the chance, did you not free the January 6ers?
Now, this is a valid point. I'm not really sure when the J6ers got locked up. Was it before or after Trump got out of office? Because this whole thing happened right at the end of his term. I think he was done on January, 20th or 21st? And this happened just like a week or two before he was out of office completely because Joe Biden came in after him. So I'm not really sure how much pull he had or ability to pardon people at that particular point in time. But it is a valid point.
And I came to him as someone who loves Trump, and I said, go and get Corey back. Go and get these people that the media tried to cancel and told you to step away from. He basically gives me this would-be mob-esque kind of story. Okay,
so are you giving them campaign advice? Why are you giving them campaign advice if you want to be the president in 2024? You see this right here. This is Kanye's his Twitter, and it says J24, so he's trying to run. So I don't understand. Is that making any sense?
Talking to some kid from the south side of Chicago trying to sound mobby or whatever. He goes into the story about all that he went through to get Alice Johnson out of jail and how he didn't do it for Kim. But
before we get into the Kim Kardashian thing, I know you guys have seen the whole Balenciaga scandal that's going on with the very inappropriate pictures and the campaign and the really deep stuff they got going on with children. But these are Balenciaga boots he has on right here. And this apparently is like, yesterday, maybe a couple days ago, very recently, after the whole Balenciaga thing. So that's very interesting. And he knows what's going on with that because I think he retweeted something on his Twitter about Balenciaga. So that's interesting how you're still wearing the merchandise. I know that you over there, you got financial interests, but that's pretty, I'll just leave that right there. I'll keep on going here.
That he went through to get Alice Johnson out of jail and how he didn't do it for Kim, but he did it for me. But then he goes on to say that Kim is a you can tell her I said that.
Now, it's kind of hard to hear what he says right there, but I have context. I'm gonna get to another little piece of information in just a second. But I think what he said right there is she's a disgusting human being. Let's play that back one more time. It's kind of beeped out, but you can still hear his voice intonation. It's not a very good job of censoring. Let's run it back one more time.
So on to say that Kim is a you could tell her I said that.
I think that's what he said. I think that's what he said, but I can't say that for 100% certain.
And I was thinking, like, that's the mother of my children. Since we know, and all the Christians in America that love Trump know that Trump is a conservative, we're going to demand that you hold all policies directly to the Bible. When Trump started basically screaming at me at the table, telling me I was going to lose, I mean, has that ever worked for anyone in history?
You're going to lose. Tell him he's going to lose.
I'm like, well, hold on, Trump. You're talking to Ye.
Okay, so that's that. That's the campaign video right there. Very confusing. It's like you're giving Trump campaign advice while at the same time trying to bring yourself. Now, if I was running for president, I would not be giving another guy advice on how to win or how to succeed or how to best move the country forward. Maybe he knows he's not going to win. Maybe he knows it's all about just PR. I don't know what's going on, but that's that. And let's talk about Nick Fuentes and Milo. We got to talk about them because that's going to be that's going to be a key point of concern for Kanye because these two guys are extremely toxic. Extremely toxic. I don't know about Karen Jarno. I don't know about her, but Milo and Nick, very toxic. Now, you see this right here. This caption. It says, "LOL, Kanye West is really out here matching outfits and catching flights with Nick Fuentes, the white nationalist who called black voters the N-word vote." Okay, and you can see them right here. That's Nick right there with the royal blue hoodie, Kanye with the royal blue bomber jacket. Okay, in the airport. I think they got on black jeans and stuff too, or dark color. So yeah, I mean, Nick Fuentes is super controversial. You could just look him up. It's clips of him talking about some really racist stuff about black folks, about Jews, about pretty much anybody. So that's not really going to be a good person to have in your corner, in my humble opinion. Some may like him, but that's not going to be the majority of Americans. I think most people don't know who Nick Fuentes is. So when the news starts to dig into his background, if Kanye becomes part of the 2024 Republican the primary cycle, it's going to be really bad for Nick and Kanye and Milo. Now, Milo is bad because he was, there's a couple of things about Milo. Matter of fact, let me come out so you can see me clearly. Okay, two things about Milo Yiannopoulos. Milo is not liked in conservative circles because of how he operates. Allegedly, he's the kind of person that would dig up dirt on you, get close to you, get information about you, and extort you for money. Just really bad reputation personally, how he operates. It's not really good. A degenerate kind of person. If you got kids, don't look up Milo Yiannopoulos on Google while they're watching you, because you're going to find some stuff you might not like. Okay, but beyond that, Milo he really got canceled when he was talking about, well, it's not really a big deal for 13 to 14-year-old boys to have affairs with grown adult men, 24, 25, 30, or whatever it is. It shouldn't even really be considered a crime. You said that, and during the interview. You could look it up and find it for yourself. I didn't make it up. So the media will dig that stuff up. It won't even take that much. There's no need to run a smear campaign when they smeared themselves. If you align yourself with them, then you're going to be put in the same category as them. So it's a bad move for Kanye West to do that. Now, there's more here. Let's go back to the screen. So here is more about the actual dinner. This comes from a report on Timcast from Cassandra Fairbanks. And I'll link to that actual article in the box. But here's a key part. So after through the dinner, Trump gets a call. The source told Timcast. When he comes back, the whole tenor of the dinner changes. And he starts ranting about Kim Kardashian, saying that she's disgusting and all the rest of it, which kind of lines up with what I said earlier, right? That's why I said I had the information. Disgusting. I think Kanye said disgusting as well. So that pretty much lines up. Ye just looked around the table and said, that's Mother My Children you're talking about, which I would understand. By this point, the whole meeting was becoming a disaster. Trump starts getting edgy, antsy, fidgety, and angry. You can't get him out of there fast enough, the source said. Quote, when they get up to leave, there's an enormous line of people who want photos with Ye, and not a single one of them asked one with just Trump alone. Trump was just kind of allowed to join in some of them. By the end, Trump was like, is a car here? Is a car here? Where is that car? So that's pretty embarrassing. People are not really tuned into Trump like that, like the same way they were in 2016. People like Kanye because he's a celebrity. But I'm going to tell you this right here. And what Trump said about Kanye losing is correct. Matter of fact, he won't get the nomination at all. He won't come close. He won't come close to the nomination because most Americans, we're talking about politics, we're talking about leading the country, we're talking about actual voters, educated people, and normies. They do not like people like Kanye trying to become president. They want a politician. They want a Glenn Youngkin. They want a Ron DeSantis. They even wanted Trump in 2016 because Trump had the political look to a certain extent. He was something different, and they knew who he was. They knew him about business and money and finance. It kind of made sense. But definitely right now, I think people are kind of moving beyond Trump, moving beyond the controversy, and they want a normal, safe politician, okay? Shaking hands, kissing babies, clean shave, suit, tie. That's what they want. They feel safe. They feel secure. They feel like this makes sense. They feel like they're an authoritarian figure, and they will get respect around the world. That's what they want, and it's been proven time and time again. We saw it in the midterms. We saw it in 2020. We saw it in 2018. We see the same thing over and over again. Now, there are some who are going to love Trump. They're going to love Kanye, but at the end of the day, they want a regular, normal politician. That's just what it is. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what said you? How do you feel about this meeting that Trump had with Kanye, or the other way around, with Milo and Nick Fuentes and Karen Giorno? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I'm at. It was pretty confusing for me. It's like, why would you even meet with Trump when you're trying to become the president as well? And why would you ask him to be your vice president? It was just really weird. You know, Kanye's a troll too. People say that Trump's a troll. Kanye's also a troll. This could have been a way to just damage Trump in the eyes of potential voters to make himself look better. I have no idea. I'm trying to figure out what was the reason for this whole thing, but it's definitely a dumpster fire. Trump is going to struggle when he becomes part of the primary. He might not make it out of the primary. He's going to struggle, and Kanye has no chance, especially being aligned with Milo and Nick Fuentes. These are some of the most toxic people in the United States of America, maybe even the world. So how are you going to win that way? Again, regular normies love regular normie politicians. Is what they want. They don't want the controversial kind of awkward and strange figure. They don't want that. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.